Hey Sagittarians, how y'all doing? Welcome. We're going to be doing your second half of September general reading. We're going to start off with some animal energy and then get right into the cards. So the meditation that I just did for you guys, I got major ocean vibes, beach vibes. There was definitely a seagull involved. There was this, image or feeling of time to collect what's due. That's what I saw. Time to collect what's due. And I got the feeling that it's about reaping what you've earned. It doesn't feel exactly right to say reap what you sow. That to me just has kind of like a negative context to it. But it's like time to collect what's due to you. Like your returns are coming in. It's very cool. Very oceanic. Very, very much at the beach. Okay, let's see what's going on for y'all. My Sagittarians. Second half of September, please and thank you. Ooh, I like it. Okay, so we got the bat here. Have you guys gotten the bat before? I don't know. Feels familiar though. So the bat is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy, and I'm going to tell you what I'm getting right off the top with this. So in it, linking up with the meditation that I did for you guys, the bat is about shadow work. It is. It's about shadow work. Okay. This is also about once the shadow work has been done adequately and fully, then the new comes in. Then you're in manifestation mode. This is just what I have learned to be true. This is always how it's gone for me. I just, like through the power of observation, this is just what I know to be true. And yes, divine timing is very real. I feel like this shadow work, for some people, shadow work is done directly with intent, right? I'm gonna go do some shadow work. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna call things up. I'm gonna go through the recesses of any origin points of pain and really confront those and heal them and feel it to heal it and let it in to let it out and all this stuff. But for others, shadow work is done at nighttime, for real, in the dream state, right? I do have this feeling where it's like you're looking off to the right and all of this work has been happening, through you, with and around you on your left. Now that doesn't mean that, it's almost like this look over here. You know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is? Okay. And I'm sorry for anyone who's squeamish about getting shots, but this is what they're showing me. Did you ever, when you were a kid, go to the doctor and get, a shot, right? And then they would try to distract your attention, or if you're at the dentist, and they, stick a needle, I'm sorry guys, super graphic, and they, stick a needle into your gum to numb it or whatever, and then they tap your forehead to kind of put your attention there and take it off the point of pain or whatever have you. Same when you were a kid getting a shot and they would try to distract you over here while they were, inserting the needle. That's what this feels like. I don't know what, that is exactly what this feels like. But the shadow energy that's coming up here, I do feel inclined to be like, yes, well done. As opposed to, right? Because just as easily, this animal comes up and it could just as easily be the flip side of it where it's like, okay, guys, we got some shadow work to do, but I don't feel that because they're also drawing my attention to this full moon. And we did just have the full moon in Pisces. We are still very much feeling the effects of that and the reverbs of that. And yes, it was a very emotional moon. I feel like a lot of healing and shadow work has been done and is being done under the influence of this full moon, but I don't get this. Maybe for some of you guys it's more direct and intentional, but I feel like for a good group of y'all that I'm speaking to right now, it really was like this was happening when your focus was elsewhere. And hi. And all of this work, all of this, resorting and rebuilding of the Lego parts, that's what I'm seeing, was done over here. And now it just feels like it's very Beach Boys, like at the ocean. I heard, in your meditation, I heard the song, Wouldn't It Be Nice? And I heard Good Vibrations as well, which I feel like is also by the Beach Boys, I feel like. But yeah, this bat energy, it kind of feels like This is the why. This is the why you're about to manifest, right? A lot of what has been on hold for and from you. That's what this feels. It really feels that way. Really feels that way. Okay. Okay, they're also bringing at my attention that this is a 3-year. Okay, I don't feel like I've spoken about this in a minute, but it is a 3-year, which means when things are really great, they're like, it's like being in your own musical great, where it's like everything's coming up roses. I also heard that in your meditation. Just really, really fantastic. And when things are not, it's like the, you know, like deepest depths of Tartarus, right? It really feels like we are talking about coming out of those depths and coming into a place where it's just, it's equally as intense, but in a positive way. It just, I don't know, it just feels very extreme, but in a really good way. So let's see what's going on for Sagittarius. Second half of September. Ooh, we got 2 for 1, everybody. Whoa. Okay, okay. This is insane. Okay, first of all, we got 7 of Wands in reverse. I'm completely obsessed with this coming out this way because 7 of Wands in the upright is about, this is that, you know, bigger than my body gives me credit for key right here, where it's like, it's a lot of exerted effort, right? And it's like, yeah, it's gonna pay off. There's a lot of luck and chance involved, as indicated by these playing cards here. It's surmounting challenges and coming at it from a place where, you know, this is a lot of effort. Load up on your Red Bull or coffee, right? It came up in the reverse, which indicates a sort of ease and effortlessness, and it's like the time of maximum amount of effort is past, right? At least for now. Right? And it's in the reverse, and it's like, it's a time for effortlessness, which makes a lot of sense because Beach Boys is very vibey. It's not really like a angsty, intense kind of music vibe, right? Because then look what we got. Guys, we got the Empress. Hi, number 3, right? She's the 3rd. I'm absolutely obsessed with this. You know, the Empress is very much about fertility, my darlings. Fertility. It's about being in a place of receptivity. I'm hearing, what does that one card say? It's like, open your arms to receive love and blessings from the universe. One of these oracles, that's what that card says, and that's what they're showing me right now. The Empress is major arcana, which is a destined event, which is another way of saying you're exactly where you're meant to be right now. And this effortless vibe that's coming in here, and the, you know, let's talk about her counterpart. So the counterpart to the Empress is the Emperor, which is about action and forward movement and getting her done, right? And she's very much in a chill vibe, just like, I'm here to receive and give life and water my flower garden, and you know what I mean? Like give birth to new life, new circumstances, right? Fostering, you know, newness. So this is beautiful. I'm also getting this feeling of a gestation cycle that's over. It's very cool, Sagittarius. It's a very particular feeling that I'm feeling with this reading, and it's almost as if I can't put my finger on exactly what it is, and I wonder if there's a message in that. Oh, that's really weird. Cinderella. Okay. This is so crazy. So I'm also getting some Cinderella vibes where it's like, because they're drawing my attention to the fact that she's missing a shoe here, right? It doesn't feel like, again, I'm going back to this feeling of reaping what is due to you, right? Really receiving that. And I'm absolutely obsessed with this. You know, this is 4 of Swords. This is really falling in line with everything that I said about you're looking this way, right? And then something's come around to you outside of your peripheral vision, outside of where you can see it. It's almost as if you are, okay. You know how they say when you focus on what you don't have, the universe brings you more of lack? It feels like you truly mastered and come to this place of like surrender and release where it's like, okay, yes, I have things that I desire. Yes, I have goals. I have things that I want. Okay. But I am focusing on what is working. I am focusing, it almost feels like a day-to-day energy, which is really, really cool. And that is the key to manifesting as well. Where it's like, I'm just going to take it day by day. I'm not going to link whether through my mental sphere or intention, no part of my energy am I going to link to future events right now. I'm just going to take it day by day. And by doing that, we are in this present moment energy where we're receptive to directives that could alter what we do day by day. Does that make sense? It really feels like spirit. It's like, okay, you're about to reap what's yours, but please be open and receptive to the directives that we're giving you in terms of when you come home from work, if you feel like taking a right, where you normally take a left and take the long way around to get back home, please do it. That feels incredibly important to say right now. I also feel the need to point out that 4 plus 3 is 7. Okay, there's something about, because the 4 of Swords traditionally is about taking a major time out, a major rest to decompress, reboot and recharge, like charge up that battery, all of that good stuff. This is a major system shutdown. But this also for me too is about really, do you see how this guy here is not like looking off into the horizon or wondering he's just very much in the moment, back to the tree, just like I'm here in this moment, chilling and focused on what is. Not on what is or is not to come. Not on what has come in the past, but what is in this present moment. It just feels really, really important to bring that up and go there. Let's get some clarifiers. But of course, a clarifier for this 7 of Wands in reverse. It's really weird, like we're coming into fall, but it feels like this is like a summertime deal, which is really interesting to me. Let's get a clarifier for the 7 of Wands in reverse. Duh. High Priestess. Okay. Let's draw the connective tissue, shall we? So, remember when I said that the Empress is about receiving? And the Emperor is about really getting it done and going forth. The Empress is about receiving. So is the High Priestess. Remember when I said that the 7 of Wands in reverse, denotes a sort of effortless vibe, right? It's the opposite of maximum amount of effort, right? And then we have the High Priestess here. This is absolutely commenting on what I just said. And I want to bring out the moon parallel here too. Because I do feel a lot of this is a result of this Pisces full moon that we just had. And like I said, are still experiencing the, the effects of. There is something here about, the High Priestess is about going inside to really tap into one's intuition to discern the truth of things. That's what it is for me, okay? But she is a receiving energy. This is a beautiful, feminine, receptive, psychic energy, right? The High Priestess with the 7 of Wands in reverse, I feel like, the point of this is it's not a time to make a whole lot of advanced plans. And I keep hearing this thing where it's like, they're showing me that you making advanced plans of like what I'm going to do months from now or where I'm going to be here even a few weeks from now, something is coming in for you that you've wanted. It may come in through the back door. It may come in and release it. And I definitely feel it will be a surprise in some way. I'm seeing that Jack in the Box where you turn, it's like pop. It's very positive, but I do feel like it's going to be a surprise. So any plans that you make going forward here, you're gonna have to alter it to make room for this new energy that's coming in. I feel it so distinctly. It's like make room. It's like I'm hearing three's company too, because there's something about like this 3 here too, where it's like it just feels like you're going to want to make room and leave room for whatever's coming in here. Okay, Let's get a clarifier for this Empress, though. Gorge. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. I love this so much. The Eight of Pentacles with the Empress. Let's talk about, traditionally speaking, the Eight of Pentacles is about getting to work, learning, putting forth that effort, all of those good things, right? Getting to work, receiving the benefit of that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Because think about what comes after the Eight of Pentacles. It's the Nine of Pentacles, which is about feeling those glowy vibes of a job done really well. You know what I mean? It's that independence card, okay? The fact that this is paired with the Empress in this context, I get this feeling of, because I'm feeling called to talk about the spider. And the spider energy creates this web where it's that beautiful balance and split screen of honoring one's own needs and timetable, but also providing that safety net and that safe haven for those that the spider holds dear. There's something in that. And I keep getting this feeling that someone is coming in here. And I think it's going to be different for different people. I feel like it is a person or an opportunity that involves other people that you are going to want to make room for, or just leave a little room in the, dresser drawer for. That's what I keep seeing. It's like, don't fill it up with plans, don't fill it up with to-dos, leave some open room here. It's going to make it so that you have a little less rearranging to do when the new comes in. But I have this very strong feeling that there is newness coming in, and it involves other people or another person. Even if it is another person, let's say this is like romantic, because I feel like for some of you it absolutely is. And some of this romance was I don't want to say delayed, but that particular train, was kept from leaving the station because you had some shadow work to do. Doing shadow work when you're in a relationship or with someone or with whatever, in a new job, whatever that is, in a new context, it's like, okay, self-work is beautiful and self-work is very real, but the real work begins. And someone told me this once, and I never forgot it. The real work begins when you are paired up with another person or in a, new group of people. That's just what it is. Okay, there's like self-work, fabulous, but then it's like, let's just make it about a relationship for the sake of like clarity here, right? Like clear storyline. If you've been single for a minute and you've been doing your self-work, you've been meditating, doing your shadow work, you've been, journaling, whatever that is for you, even if it's like living a well-balanced life, right? Where you're taking care of your mind, your body, your spirit, your emotional life, all of that good stuff. And then you meet someone, and suddenly they're holding up a mirror to all of the areas that you may have missed. Healing, right? You start getting triggered. Oh my God. That's when I don't want to say real work, but that's when the next, step of the work, that is where that really ignites and happens, through and with another person. That's just what it is, right? Feels very, very pertinent here. Feels very, very pertinent here. It feels like there's a new chapter of work that's beginning in and around the influence of another person or other people. Let's get a clarifier for Four of Swords. I can't with this. So we have the Hierophant here. I mean, duh. I also want to say one more thing before I get into this. It feels like the number 9 and the number 11 are incredibly pertinent. And I don't know how and I don't know why, but it feels 9 and 11, okay? So the Hierophant is, oh my God, it's about, in one context, it is very much about a traditional approach to things, right? This is like Cardinal Wolsey, right? The religious advisor to King Henry VIII, where it's like, this is how the church has always done it. It's one way to do it. Like that's the traditional context of this key. I feel like for the key, I feel like for you guys, especially because it is paired with this Four of Swords, I have to say this. Do you see this lightning here? I'm telling you, and I wish that I could like transplant what I'm feeling and verbalize it to you guys in a way, but this whole reading, I feel like I've been searching for the right words. And I feel like that is the point. I feel like there's a message in that, because normally I don't have to search for, I mean, blessed be, I got words, okay? I got words for days. But there's something about for this reading where it's like, do you know when something is so much of something, so much of a feeling, so much of whatever, where it's like, I'm struggling for the right words. That's what this feels like. It's so magnificent. It's so amazing. It's so transformative that words have not been invented to accurately describe or depict what is coming. That's what it's like, indescribable. That's just what it is. I feel like the fact that the Hierophant is coming up with this Four of Swords is saying, hi, it's time to collect what's due. That's it. And do you see, okay, remember in the beginning when I said it's like you're looking this way and then it comes from behind or from the left, or it comes in a way where it's like your Eye of Sauron has been focused elsewhere and then it comes up from, that's what it is. In Lord of the Rings, when they go to Mordor, right? And the Eye of Sauron is like focused on Frodo, and then Aragorn and Legolas, they're like, we had to take that eye and direct it on us and create a distraction, right? So that Frodo can get through the gates and drop that, ring into the volcano, and, life is fabulous, right? That's what this is. I feel like your Eye of Sauron has been focused on these other things over here, Aragorn and his crew, and then Frodo, aka what is yours, what you've been wanting. I feel like for a lot of you, this is partnership. I just have to say it. It could be partnership in business. It could be interpersonal partnership of a romantic nature. It could be really getting into a career or line of work that feels really connected with your soul path, okay? But it comes around when it's like the focus is elsewhere. That's the best way that I can think to describe this. But lightning, it is going to come quickly. I do feel like it's going to be a surprise. While you were sleeping, I just got that movie. While you were sleeping. Okay? This is a wacky reading, guys. I don't know what else to say. It's like very like again, just searching for words and that whole feeling of it. It just feels very like whack-a-mole, but in a really cool way as well, right? Okay, let's get an oracle. Okay, I'm getting a song coming in. I apologize. I have no idea who it's by. It's like thunder, like lightning. The way you love me is frightening. You better knock on wood. I'm getting that song. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's get a clarifier. Clarifier for my Sagittarius. But I'm telling you, it's about reaping the benefit, reward, of work that has already been done, right? Oh God, get the heck out of here. Ugh, you're gonna die. Okay. So we got two here. The first card that we got is balance, which I'm obsessed with because as Sagittarians, you are the Temperance key, which is all about balance. So I feel like you're coming up in your own reading here. I feel like this is also, remember when I said that this is coming in part due to, it's kind of like that balance that you've achieved between your mind, body, spirit, emotional health and wealth and state of being. That's why this is coming, because you've achieved balance. Whether you were directly working on that or not, there's something in that, right? But this is why it's coming. It's you've achieved balance, and because you've achieved balance and you have communicated to the universe that you are ready for more, that's why this is coming in. Because look, you got the freaking Love Oracle card. I cannot with this, because I have to tell you, like I kept feeling this whole time, like for a large group of you, this is about love coming in. Now again, let me specify. Love can take many different forms, obviously, darlings, right? For some of you, this could be a baby. or babies. For some of you, we can take this absolutely literally, and I would advise that you would if that resonates with you. I'm certainly feeling the love vibes, right? A romantic love coming in. This could also be a spiritual union between, you know, yourself and the work that you do, feeling really aligned with that. But at the end of the day, this is love that is coming in because you have demonstrated through action that you have room for this to come in. You have room for this to come in, and they're drawing my attention back to this Four of Swords. I feel like you guys have been doing the work. Some of you, it's been directly and you're cognizant that you've been doing the work. For others of you, it's been happening when you're sleeping and on the low. Okay, it doesn't really matter how it's come about. It's that you've reached this place of balance and you've communicated to the universe, spirit, your higher self, hey, I'm ready for newness. I'm ready to share my life, to switch it up. I did feel like a scene change, very much so. That was the initial thing that I saw in your meditation. It was like like in Los Angeles, where they have these, you know, studio sets, and you go and they have these like backgrounds, right? And I saw you in one certain background, and then the scene changed behind you to the ocean. It was like a quick change, but really, really beautiful. And I do feel like this change coming in for you guys is going to be a surprise. I do feel like it's going to happen quickly, but the reality is, even though it's going to feel quick, it's actually been in the works for a while. It's just that spirit, the universe, whatever have you, has been waiting for you to achieve this balance and master the energies that are already within and around you before it could introduce new stimuli into your environment. You've mastered the self-work that you can do on your own. Now it's time for new work to happen in a partnership context. Period. Again, whether that's work, romance, whatever have you. I have to say one more thing before I let you guys go. It's very, very particular. It's like they're communicating this to me. Is that a hummingbird? Oh, weird. I've never noticed that. Hummingbird is very much about attracting romantic love to you and the sweetness of life. I'm obsessed with that. I have to tell you guys something. Okay, that's really weird. Balance has 7 letters in it, and love has 4, which equals 11. There's something about 9 and 11, or 11 and 9, something in that. But I have to tell you, they're only showing me so much right now. I just have to put it out there. They're only showing me a piece of this pie as opposed to the bigger picture. And I have this very distinct feeling. And I feel like I'm only noticing it because it's very rare that this happens. I feel like there is a real surprise element that they do not want to show me the whole pie. They're showing me a piece of this. And there's something to that. And I don't know why. Let me know in the comments below, like, as this comes to pass, if this resonates. Like, there's this like idea of don't ruin the surprise, or you don't want to have too much of the information to where it's going to alter this beautiful feeling of being where you are in a day-to-day energy. Does that make sense? There's something in that. It's really crazy, you guys, but it's really, 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 really beautiful. And at the end of the day, I feel the need to kind of go back to your major arcanas here. High Priestess, Empress, and Hierophant. Right? Intuition, grounding, all of these feelings, all of this healing that is coming as a result of this full moon in Pisces, being in receptive energy, heralding new life and new connections with the Empress, and then the Hierophant, collecting what is due. You're about to collect what's due to you, my darlings, and it's really, really cool to feel and to see. It's really, really cool. Whew. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians. This was a really again, I don't have the words for what this reading was, but it's very exciting. So with that being said, I really hope that this was of help and resonated. If so, please let me know in the comments below. And just thank you guys so much for being here. I just really want to thank you guys. And just thank you so much as always for being you. And be well. Until next time.